They make it convenient in District of Columbia for the whites. And they inconvenience the blacks though, doing that process. And that's the messed up part. I'm myself trying to find a place, you know, and I was raised and born out here in Southeast, and I'm catching hell trying to find somewhere to live, you know.
They always criticize where we live at and always say, oh, y'all live in the ghetto.
I've never lived in the ghetto until when I first moved here.
We do not live in the ghetto. This is not the ghetto.
When I moved here, I needed a place to live, so it was fabulous.
I came to Galen Terrace because I didn't have nowhere else to stay.
One day my cousin come to my job where I was working at. So I was like, come on, I got some papers for you to sign. I found you a place, so he brought me over here and I've been here ever since. And the funny thing was that I had been looking at these places. I had come out to try to get a place and they told me the waiting list was too long. But he had already had me on the waiting list, which I didn't know. He said, I had you on the list for so long. He said, your name finally came up. He said, because you're the one that need a place. Yeah, so he gave me a place to live. I'm grateful to him. I love that cousin too. And I guess he probably loved me to think about me like he did.
I had my son, and we couldn't live in a one-bedroom. So I put my name on the lease, and when my time came up, they called me for an interview. And they showed me this apartment. And when they first showed me this apartment, I just fell in love with it because it was mine. And I know could nobody put me out unless I wasn't paying my bills.
Most of the younger family around here and the older family can't afford to move nowhere. That's another reason why I stuck through, because you do have a lot of young people around here that can't afford to move nowhere. Like when I first moved around here. You know, I was young too when I first moved around here. And I couldn't afford to move nowhere. So it's the better them and the better the older people too. We have a lot of old senior citizens around here too.
They was disgusting. If you take a shower, if you sit on the toilet, you gotta worry about the toilet, the still leaking toilet water coming in your house. When it rains and your walls are getting rained on, I mean, not rained on, but your walls are wet.
It wasn't really a door there. It used to be open all the time, the halls all dirty, be so cold.
It was like living in a trash can, you know? But it was your own. It was your own garbage can. My house was nasty. I had nice things, but it was just the part, you know? I couldn't change that. If I could, I would have been changed.
This neighborhood was difficult. It was dangerous. Cab drivers wouldn't even come up here to pick you up. They tell you they meet you on Good Hope Road. Not on 16th Street, but on Good Hope Road.
The people that was hanging in the place, and some of them that lived in the place, they weren't too nice.
A big two-legged hood rat with 9mm and AKA. Ba-doom!
It was terrible. I couldn't even come home from work without stepping over somebody trying to get up the steps.
People all in the hallways.
They wouldn't move. They wouldn't help you with your bags or anything.
People that don't even live around here, you know, just hanging, smoking. It used to be gambling. It used to be terrible.
And then a whole lot of them got killed right in the hallways where they was at. Right in the I'm sorry for that, but I guess it's just, I don't know. There's no way to explain that. You know, you're killing each other, but that's what they do. That's what, in fact, they still do it. So, I mean, you can't teach them. You can't teach them.
I know we have some bad people, but we just pray for them.
Some people are very good people who really care about their communities and want to see things better. And then there are other people who don't care, and there are a lot of people who don't know how. And the other unfortunate part is there's always the element from the outside that comes in to help make things even worse than they already are.
It was hard.
Tell me about
that. It really was hard raising 2 boys here. That habits your kids pick up in a neighborhood like this.
Where the police will come over here and they would be armed and dangerous.
Like one day my youngest son came home from school, and being on how the neighborhood was, the police used to always pick with, you know, young black boys around here. And one day he came home from school and they say he fixed a suspect of someone else. And he had his book bag on his back, of course. He just came from school, so walked up the back way, and they told him to come in, and, you know, young black teenagers, you know, the attitude they got. So it came to a big confrontation where the police threw him on a car and all that. And he's only 16 years old.
When you first moved in, did they have a tenant association way back when?
No, we had tried to get a tenant association. Me and the woman, she moved away in the other building. We were trying to get something, but the most we could end up with was an aftercare for the children, you know, help them with their homework. And she would go to the food bank and get snacks for them and take them swimming and different things. We even had a baseball team for the little boys. They played baseball, and we had a nice time with the children.
When I was doing the planting outside, I had each kid plant a seed. And they took turns. I said, well, Grandma gone somewhere. That means y'all got to water y'all seeds. If you got to get a cup of water out the house, that's what we did. And one year it just rained. And that garden just got beautiful and beautiful. I wish you could see it. It was year 4, like 2 years straight I had a garden. Right out front.
So then I started cleaning the hallway because we had a lot of like fighting in the hallway and the blood be in the hallway and people be sleeping in the hallway and then defecating in the hallway. Little stuff that be going on, so I would put on my gloves and my boots and I go out there and clean the hallway, yeah.
And she moved, the lady moved, and I didn't know how to go to the food bank, and it was enough for 2 people. Needed more people, but the children would come, but you never seen a parent. I mean, one time a parent did come down, but that wasn't regular, so it just ended. Then the children were getting older.
Community development is important in most places, but I think neighborhoods like the one in which Galen Terrace is in, has been deprived for so many years of resources that are available in other communities, that it's important that we try to figure out how, not just to bring it here, but to engage the people so that it is a part of something that they have created.
It was basically communication. Everybody getting together, putting their heads together, communicating, coming up with a plan. How are we going to raise money to pay for these new model apartments? How are we going to pay for the lawyer fee, the material, and the building? We had to all get together as tenants and then come on agreement to something.
We went to the meeting one day at the church, and we elected people to be on the committee.
And I knew it took people with brains. So we got Wendy.
Me personally, I wasn't trying to join at that time, but unfortunately, didn't nobody volunteer.
We got this girl over here downstairs, Christine, or our secretary.
The secretary decided she didn't want to do anymore.
Pooh was working, so sometimes she couldn't get there.
Robin got burned out.
So Wendy would have to do everything every time we had a meeting. Wendy would say, I need somebody to help me. And somebody would just go to one meeting so I won't have to get off work.
If I can get 2 volunteers to help me out, just join the board for our sake, this is the benefit all of us, not just me. It's the benefit all of us, our kids and everything.
Wendy went to all the meetings. Wendy did all the paperwork. Wendy just did everything. Yeah, oh, kidding, she did everything.
At one point in time, I was ready to quit. You know what I'm saying, for being by myself, and so having Jessica there, and and to help her out, it was a big help for me to do that for Jessica.
Well, I was a part of the team that was interviewed. The Tenant Association interviewed several development teams to get their concepts for how they would go about the renovation and what role the tenants would play in that process. What we agreed to do was to allow the tenants to get 15% interest in the building, which for them it means they got 15% of the development fee and they get 15% of the cash flow from the property. The whole idea about the funds that the tenants receive from their ownership in the property is to be used for community services.
Started giving dues every month, and every time we have a meeting, we had to come up with some dues.
Behind the scenes was, NHT in Somerset talking to the contractor, and the architect, and all the attorneys to put together this very complex financial and real estate transaction.
We had to get papers notarized, all 4 of us. We had to certain time for deadlines and go to meetings at all hours of the night trying to get the money to buy the property.
We was at the point, even people that was coming to the meeting, they got to the point when you come to the meeting, they would get to talking, they didn't want, ain't nothing gonna happen, And then we had people that we would go around and try to talk to. Why y'all into that? There's not nothing gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing, Well, we couldn't blame them.
I say they either get ready to fix this place up or they get ready to tear it down.
And I say, you better hurry up and move before you don't have a place to live. And I say, no, I say that, everybody can't tell the story.
Some of us kept on, just going. We started raising money. They said, Miss Nancy, what do you think about us, what you think about how we should raise some money? I said, let's cook out. And when they say, you sure? That's going to be a lot of work. I said, that's all right. I'll take me some pain pills. We'll be all right.
Everybody donated something, money or food. And Miss Nancy up there, she would cook the food.
Well, we used to just cook for the neighborhood. But after we found out we had to raise money, we put our flyers all down the barber shop, down on Good Hope Road.
A lot of people in the neighborhood came past and bought hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches, macaroni and cheese, whatever she cooked. They came and bought it. They just come say, yeah, we know y'all trying to make money and we're going to help y'all. So a lot of people came.
And people was coming buying dinners. I mean, we stayed out till about 3 in the morning. And we raised over $1,000.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then we heard that somebody was finally giving us the money to fix the places up, and everybody was so excited.
It took some years. It took almost 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. It's about around that time, and it was kind of very.
Sounds like a whole lot of work.
Yes.
And this was a $13 million project, and so, you know, raising that money takes, you know, even more than cookouts.
We hung in there. We got the money. We still pay due, but we got it together. We got it together. Then the lawyer came, and then the other people from the housing place came, and then the lawyer talked to us, and then the people come with the plans.
Because of the degree of renovations that were happening in these apartments, people had to be moved off-site for a certain amount of time.
Some people say, be careful. That's what happened to somebody else, and when they move you out, they don't let you back in, but I trusted them.
Donna was our relocation coordinator, and it's a very difficult endeavor to move families for a course of 3 months.
She was amazing. She placed us, she went and looked at all them apartments, see what kind of condition they was in. She gave us keys. Mine I went to see before I even moved in.
They helped us move, they helped us pack, they moved us, and they brought us back.
We moved from a pig pen to the White House, and I'm proud.
So this is Nancy's favorite
This is my
room,
favorite room here.
and this is her pride and joy.
Yeah. The stove, my stove, it's my pride and joy. You can wash it, you know, you can clean it, come all clean, it's nice and smooth.
We have central air, electric stoves, new cabinets, new everything.
We got new everything, you know, up-to-date stuff. You know, compared to what we had then. Back then, we ain't had up-to-date stuff. And then when it's time and something break like a refrigerator, we had to get a used refrigerator out of somebody's old apartment. So now, you know, we got something much upgraded, much better.
Everything I need is basically here. That was mostly my input, you know, because when I came here, they didn't have the supplies needed to correct an emergency. You know, the role of a maintenance man is to keep contractors off the property, keep the budget down.
We've improved the grounds so that they look better. We improved the facades of the buildings so that they look more attractive and appealing. This is all community development, from the renovation, from the tenants forming a tenant organization to the volunteer who wants to come in and use the center. It's all community development. This is improving the lives of the people who live here.
Look at our computer room. Look at our new, we didn't have all of this. Take a look around. Flash that camera around there.
We do have people coming here doing job search. We have kids coming in doing homework assignments. We have them coming in playing games on the computer, and I think they're enjoying having that.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. They really fixed it up. I never thought that the places we used to live in could look like this. But it just shows what some people can do. Yeah, what some people can do. I really like it.
It was a good process. It was a long process. It was a good process. And then it came out to this beautiful, wonderful place. It's a good place to live now.
We hope that all of the families who are here who want a better life will just beat on the heads of the people who don't know how or don't want it or don't want it.
How old are you?
The residents here, they more quiet, more calm. Every now and then you might get a couple of people with an outburst, but not too violent like it would be back then.
Back then, it was crazy.
He couldn't even walk around here without the police saying anything to him.
And so do you feel like the police are more respectful?
Yes.
I'd like to know any other concerns that you all need as far as any other things that's going on that you need extra attention paid, special attention to, anything like that.
It's a little more easy to keep the troublemakers out because of the building, the way the doors locked. I think that's good too.
We got the camera, so it's kind of slowing down traffic. You know, people being in the hallways and being outside.
And every building has a safety lock on the door, so if you don't have a fob key, you can't actually get in there.
But the way it beeps when someone walks to the door, that's good for somebody coming out the door. But people that's always trying to get in, they got a chance to come in. I wish that was changed.
Can you all please make sure, all right, let's listen please, that no one is kicking the door to get into the building because they are damaging the doors. That is another cost that we're going to have to take care of when he comes out on Thursday as well. So
that's a little hard because it's normally kids, and then
it's normally kids that live around here though.
They are playing right there, and they want to get in. The little ones, they'll, you know, that's what old people do. They got to keep.
Well, if you know who it is, call me, let me know.
Next couple of days,
and I'll send them a letter. Okay.
You know how you know that everything is good and the building is good, but you see things coming and you don't want them to come. You would like for them to be the nice place that you move back into, the peace and the quiet, you know what I'm saying? That's me.
So it's
and I get upset, right? And I'm worried.
We have a management person here full time, and we need to get people, residents,
involved.
Right. Be the ones to begin reporting to her because she's only here 9 to 5.
Right.
You guys have to live here late at night when everyone's
Right.
slamming and the kids are doing their things, and she's not going to know that unless you guys are telling her.
Right.
That's one of the shifts we want to make here. So it's you guys. You brought this building. You're taking control of this with us. The next step for you to do is write this down and take it to Maisha.
Right.
Because it's only through documentation that we're going to be able to get rid of this element.
Okay, I understand that.
That's true.
I mean, and that's the key. Just trying to get everybody together and do what they supposed to do and keep it up. Or else it's going to go back the way it used to look.
We've encouraged people to participate when we have the meetings, to participate in the process of making the decision.
You're going to the tenant association meeting?
Yeah, we're having a meeting tonight at 6:30.
You planning to go?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
I usually go,
Yeah, you usually go?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not even half of the people that live around here that came to that meeting. You have 82 units. You probably had like 2 people out of the units that lived, that was adults that was at the meeting.
We let the tenants kind of decide what it is they want to do, and then we all together try to find the resources.
Oh, I see.
Because it's their money that's being used.
Can I decorate?
For
the yard.
You want to come decorate? You go in the park, Mrs. Park?
No, I
has a
want
thing
my
she
yard.
every she decorates the yard with the
You need
reindeers.
to talk to her about what it is you want to do and let her decide whether or not it's
I don't know. Maybe what we need to be doing is
have a class.
A cooking class.
Yeah. A cooking class and a cleaning class.
Cooking and cleaning class, and we could do it in other people's apartments, and you could be you could be the instructor.
Yeah. Oh, I would like that.
Okay, I think we're gonna talk about this.
Somebody work.
This up.
So this is a joint effort. It is not just the ownership. It is a joint effort. So everybody has a stake in what happens.
If you can get your other friends to get out the bed and come to the meeting and join the meetings and we become a family, believe me, this place will stay up and perfect and running fine.
All right.
We will have everything we want if we really do that.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And my son graduated in June from Anacostia Senior High. And he'd be the first male in the family that graduated out of Anacostia, along with my niece, my daughter, all of them went to Anacostia. They say Anacostia is a bad school, but not to my knowledge.
Since we gotta fix my son, he'd buy me little things. He brought me an entertainment center. And he was gonna move out, but I told him not to move. Not to move because it's his place as well as it is mine.
My youngest son, actually, this past year, his whole life changed. And I don't know if it's a neighborhood. I don't know what it might be the neighborhood why he changed like that. Maybe so he can live in a better place. than what he was living at first. Because he changed a whole lot.
Is it a big deal to be able to afford to live in a place like this?
It is.
Now, do you think you'd be able to afford to move into the $300,000 condos across the way?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll hit the Mega Million tonight. Maybe I could.
I'm hoping that the people that's here realize we got the best. Because I'm telling you, if they ever move out, they're not going to find nothing no better. They're not.
Back there, then it might have been ghetto, but we living in luxury now, baby.
So you think in the end it was worth all that effort?
Yes, it was worth it. You don't know what you could do until you put your mind to it.
It came to pass. It came reality that this was going to happen, you know. And it did happen, you know. And I'm happy that it happened.
You can't script this.
I'm happy that it happened, you know. Because I'm going to tell you, I've been here for 18 years. And when I moved here, woo, I never seen nothing like it.
Last year when they renovated the property, it was like the best thing they did for this whole neighborhood because being as I lived around here all my life, I seen a lot go on around here, man. They just changed everything. It just looks so nice and it's quiet now. Our street is like a little more brightened up now, you know. It's better. It's way better. I believe I'm satisfied with the way the neighborhood look. Now I can walk my kids around, you know.
This now, it's like you done died and gone to heaven. You know, now, if I die and this is heaven, I'm all right. I know I done put my foot through the door, you know what I'm saying? But for right now, I'm okay.
Oh my goodness. Woo!
That's easy to do. Oh
God.
You want to see something exclusive?
What is this? Oh my God.